It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at this team's versatile linebacker, who just continues to produce as he approaches 80 tackles for the season. Hope y'all ready for this one, and it's all
What
up
better
next
way to start off the afternoon than with some
Sports.
football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know you're...
All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. He'll throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here we go, second and very long. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Looking for a throw here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it. That's 16 on the pickup. And they'll have first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on first. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 18 yards there. And they're going to have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And the pursuit gets there to escort him out at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He's going to throw this one. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They're throwing it. That's caught for the first. He has the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Called in left side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Vacates quickly left side. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Throwing now from the gun. That's cut beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Brought in right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a give running right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
He picked up 6, has him close. 3rd and goal from the 2. They give it to him again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 1 yard on the pickup. Oh, boy. Now they're facing 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time. One of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The visitors headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And with precious little time remaining in our season, he's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They kick the running back in motion. Back now, pressure on its way. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
He puts some power on a deep one left.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They just get the play off. It is caught left side. And this one does not go far. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. He's running for it. It's a pickup of 11, and it sets up 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing out to the left, Cup. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a first down. Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And this one doesn't go far. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Plowing up the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the puck, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And this play isn't a whole lot better. He gets back to the line, but no further.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now they're left with 4th and goal. So they send out the field goal units and try for 3 on this one. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Here's a throw. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing off the play fake here. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They motion a receiver left. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Their offense ready to take the field now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Cade's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They send a receiver in motion right. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Back to throw now. Setting up the running back screen. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
This offense getting all set for this series. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's up, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. Throwing now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Into traffic, complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to give them the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached halftime, and what a game we've got so far. Just 2 points separating these teams. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
He's going to push one deep down. He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5. Another chance for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 2, and now they have 3rd and goal at the 3. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. First down, ball at the 36. Now a give on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 13. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Setting up a throw. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The offense headed back to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. They'll run here on first down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Motioning left is their running back. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They bring the tight end in motion. from the 23. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now we're on the counter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's a razor-thin margin separating these teams. The difference of just a single point as we begin the fourth. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds his man over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give him a first down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
There's a handoff up the gut. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running this one left. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing from near his own goal line. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. He has it at the 13. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now, after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. New set of downs for him from the 46. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And that falls incomplete.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
2nd and 10 now. Connecting on the slant. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a first down. They send a tight end in motion. They go play action on first. And they get this down to the 28. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down from the red zone. Touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Back out runs their offense. Well, they've run into the wall quite a few times, Brock, and like walls tend to do, man hasn't moved. No luck in getting the ground game established. Probably part of the reason why this offense is still searching for its first touchdown.
What's that quote you learned at Cal? About insanity?
Which one? There's so many.
Doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. They've tried.
That's the one.
I mean, bless their hearts. They've tried to pound the football on the ground, but the results haven't changed. This front stops them every time. And it sure kept a lot of points off the board.
I see you, partner. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Dropping back to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. One of the tight ends motioning right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Pass play coming here. Dumped off to his running back. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the defense. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown! These guys making a 4-point game here in the 4th. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. They've got a man in motion. Play action on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
It's a pickup of 9 yards, and that gives them the 1st. Slot man in motion right. He'll throw it yet again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 33 on 2nd down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Throwing the out route complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From 37 yards in the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Another carry for him. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.